United States submarine base at Key West, Florida. A dispatch that quoted President Truman's press secretary, Charles Ross, as saying that President Truman has no knowledge of any secret project by this government that would give substance to the existence of such objects. Ross also said that both the Air Force and the Navy deny that such objects exist.
Hi.
I
Um, I really got most of my frustration out on Patreon. Now I just kind of feel a little bit numb, a little bit cold and empty. But speaking of cold and empty, crazy that we haven't had snow yet.
I got snow today.
You did?
Yeah, I got a gentle brushing.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, I got a transparent makeup set.
Yeah.
It's probably like maybe an inch or two. It sticks. It's stuck.
Well, can't say the same up here, girl. We're gonna get snow in fucking April. But anyway, global warming is real. Climate change is real. Anyway, hey, what's up? My name is Noelle, and I am very thankful that Trader Joe's brings back their 12-pack of chapstick for the colder months with like different flavors for all 12, and it is truly the best chapstick in the world, and I try to make it last the entire year until they sell it again in December, January. The one I have at my desk is peaches and cream, and it is just perfect, luxurious, great flavor. Truly obsessed with it. And I actually use these down to the nub. And even
Oh
sometimes
yeah, they're
like
good.
they're so good when it gets down to like the little nub where they push the product in and I like scrape it on me and it kind of hurts a little
Mhm.
bit. Love, 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 love.
Um, and I'm Chelsea. I'm just classic chapstick. Uh,
Ew, that's like petroleum.
when I use other chapsticks, I feel like they dry my lips out more.
You're not using the right ones, bitch.
Yeah, I know.
This is really it. Oh my God, it's so good. I feel like it's just fucking cocoa butter with flavoring, but I digress. Um, Today we're doing a verbal vision board, and it's not so much a vision of what we want, it's a vision of how we want to be perceived, the greatest fear of all being perceived, and also just a soft way to get back into the swing of things after taking time off for the holidays to revel in our despair. So anyway, they'll start off soft and maybe get a little bit harder, but you'll have to answer all of them. I will
Okay.
answer as well, but I'll let you answer first, okay? And be honest,
I'm gonna try.
okay?
I mean, I was pretty honest about my imaginary friends growing up.
You were, and we learned a lot. I learned a lot.
Yeah, Patreon exclusive though.
Yeah, and thank God for that. Um,
Yeah.
what is a lie people have said about you that you're most tempted to believe in your darkest moments?
Oh,
You like
that
that?
really went sideways because people have said lies about me.
This is
Um,
a self-hatred question.
okay, let me think. So this one's hard because there's a lot of lies that I make up about myself that I believe in, but I don't know if I've ever had anyone like really lie about something that,
Well, tell me yours then. Tell me you on you. You and
well,
you hate.
you already know this one. I like feel like I'm a bad fucking friend and that nobody's really my friend in real life.
That's a
And
crazy one.
so the lies that people can quote unquote tell me is that they'll have plans and autonomy outside of our friendship. And in my darkest moments, I can take that personally.
Mm,
Where because like I don't go out, I'm like always been the goblin friend. And I
yeah.
think that it's important that everyone has a friend where they can you can come to their house, they'll make you food, and then you can just sit. I
Hmm.
also show up, like I'm a show up friend too. Like if you want me to be somewhere, I'll be somewhere.
Yeah.
Uh, so I do think in like that capacity, I'm a good friend, but then I also think I'm a terrible friend and that people actually don't like me at all. That I bring nothing to the table.
That's such an insane one. I know that self-hatred is the biggest demon to fight, but it's so funny because you're such like a well-rounded, dynamic, always been there, always have been friend that for you to think that of yourself is so funny, especially because we've been around so many actual bad friends that like you know what it actually looks like. And
Yeah,
it's funny. I think that might be the need for you to up your medication talking. But
I think so.
I really do. But I get what you were saying kind of like about sometimes you can take it personally. I think that's like when people have friendships and lives and autonomy outside of your friendship. I
Yeah,
think that's something that everyone like struggles with is essentially FOMO, right? Like you'll
yeah.
see it's like someone you're really close with and maybe like their mutual friend or someone you like or whatever, and then they're out doing something, you're like, what about me? It's so funny because it's like, hey, people can have lives outside of you. Hey, not everything you need to be invited to, and it's not like a personal slight. That's definitely something I've been working on in my I would say for the last like 5, 6 years, and I've gotten so good at it that like people can go out and I'm like, I'm so happy I'm here in bed.
It on a good day, I definitely will feel like that.
Yeah.
It's just crazy because we put ourselves in these situations. I don't even want to say situations. I'll give an example though. Like we'll go away on roller derby trips, and as captain of like the travel team, the team goes out and they have fun, and I'm like, perfect. And then the whole team goes to the pool. I'm invited. I don't want to get chlorine in my hair, so I choose to go upstairs, and then I've hurt my own feelings at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
insane. I do work on it. I think that I'm lucky too in the sense that I like only know nice people. Like I don't have any like toxic friendships that don't have my back at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, that is one that I think about. Oh, you know what? Another one. A girl once
Mhm.
told me that the elephant in the room about me is that I'm unapproachable because of my like bullying nature. And I was like, unapproachable?
Do you want to know what's
Me?
so funny? I've gotten that same comment.
I feel like I'm so fucking approachable, dude.
I think I'm so approachable and nice, but apparently not. I think I don't what is it about our faces that we get that?
I don't know, because like I know that like resting bitch face is a thing, but
Or
like resting bitch face is more when like my brain is turned off. But if I'm like out with people or somebody's talking to me, I don't feel like I have like and this happened in roller derby. So I don't think I have that kind of ego in derby where like I'm just you can't talk to me. Like,
yeah,
so I remember thinking that and I was like, what the fuck?
yeah.
That one pissed me off more than I had believed it though. So I'm like, I'm approachable.
I
Fuck
think
you.
so. I think so.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
that
so
one got
yeah.
me.
I
What
mean, that's kind of the one that I'll believe sometimes is that I'm unapproachable or mean. Um, and it's it's been a through line of like when I have like when I end friendships or leave friendships, and then the like narrative is like that I'm some like evil bullying bitch or whatever. Um, I know that it's not true. I know that I am like a very generous and empathetic, compassionate person,
Mhm.
to a degree. And I think it's that to a degree where people push and find out.
Yeah.
And I I think in like my darkest moments, I definitely believe it because a lot of the time the people who say those things about me tend to commiserate with each other and then it feels like that's a statistic. You know what I mean? Because I am a believer that it can't be all of them are wrong and you're right. Like it has to be you sometimes.
Yeah.
And so it sometimes I can believe it. And I've even heard it from like um people who I'm friends with now who were like when I first met you, I thought you were going to be like mean or I thought you were mean or whatever. And I mean, even like I think even like Ty's mom said something like, um, she comes off hard, but she's actually really soft. And I appreciated that. I think that's the goal. Um,
Yeah.
but I can definitely sometimes believe that like, oh man, maybe I am just a bitch.
I it's hard in your case because like the situation is unique because you do have a posse of haters, and that posse of haters have all come together under one mutual hatred.
Which you know
And
what? I can say honestly, I love for them. I
well,
really do.
and that's what's so crazy because like as like really an outside party to those times, like I didn't have real personal relationships with any of those people. And then when it came time to like pick a side, so to speak, it was like, well, even if I took like our personal history out of it, it was like there was a right and there was definitely a wrong. And
Hmm.
you were on the side of not being awful, you know?
Hmm.
It was always like, so there's sometimes where you can be like, oh, well, they have their story and you have your story, and I can just
Yeah.
sit in the middle because they've never done anything to me. And that narrative is true, except for when it comes to like knowing that they fundamentally did something wrong and they did something wrong to you. And
Hmm.
so it's like, it's so I can see how like that would fuck up your brain because like, oh, if everywhere I go there's a problem, am I the problem? But in
Yeah.
this case, it's just like the perfect storm. I think the only problem was that like, um, I would say that the only problem would be a perception because you are really generous and you are like ride or die. But then when that generosity gets replaced with maybe like more of a boundary, people take it as like a brutalism, but that's not what it
Yeah.
is. It's
Yeah.
just like an absence of that generosity now.
Hmm.
And they think of it as like being bullying or being cruel. And there's no cruelty there. It's just like a live and let live. And
And you know what? You know what I'll say to that is if people think this is me bullying, bitch,
I used to be way meaner in my youth.
bitch, if you not even in my youth, fuck my youth, me right now. If I was to
Oh
go
man.
off the chain, if I was to unchain myself and take the muzzle off and actually with my whole chest bully you, you wouldn't be here anymore. I would be locked up like that bitch who texted her boyfriend 17 times to kill himself.
Yeah.
That would be me.
I I feel like I definitely had less of a fuck in my youth where I could be fucking mean if I wanted. I'm definitely way more sensitive now. But I think that's because like I hurt my own feelings. Or if I'm like, I politely disagree, and then I'll
Hmm.
lay awake in bed at night and be like, why would you do that to somebody?
Yeah.
I need to learn. It's like that thing where I became a people pleaser somewhere down the point, and I need to unlearn that.
Yeah, I think you do need to unlearn that. I think everyone needs to be aware of that. There's a fine
Yeah.
line between not being a bitch and then being a people pleaser that like
It's yeah,
really got to walk. So
weird dynamic. God, that was a hard one right off the jump.
I thought it was gonna be easy.
I thought it was gonna be something funny of like, oh, this one time, like this skater said I slept with him and I didn't.
Oh,
It
wait,
was
none of these
simple.
are gonna be funny.
Okay, all right, let me think. Okay, I gotta lock in.
Oh my God.
Oh, I made the wrong drink for this. I made a nice
Sorry.
hot cocoa instead of like a piping tea.
Oh, that sounds nice though.
Mhm.
If
Mhm.
society decided you were dangerous, corrupting, or wrong, what aspect of who you are would they latch onto and blow out of proportion? What's your Fox News headline?
My Fox News headline?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. All the violence that I wish for people on the internet, probably. Like actively calling for the death of ICE agents, probably.
Yeah.
Um, the radical, I think they would come after me for the radical feminism of just like the hating on men TM.
Hmm.
But I've seen things that say like the women who hate men are married to the best guys. And I do fundamentally believe that. But
Yeah.
I think that might be mine. I think that would be it. Just like what we talk about anyway. Anything of what we would say would be sensationalized by Fox News, but that's just because it's not even because it's insane.
Hmm.
It's because we just don't like
Yeah,
the
it's
status
just
quo.
yeah, it's just the ideology we
Um,
believe in.
maybe, oh, you know what? When I went to Star Trek camp, I started out as an ensign, which was the lowest in the camp. And through sheer force of will, I became vice admiral.
Hmm.
And I left all of my friends behind and I became a snooty bitch and I only ate with the admirals at camp.
Yeah. You know,
That might be it.
I that could be.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think I
sorry, but
think
like fucking,
everyone I
I had
think
to crawl my way to success
yeah,
and got
dude.
lost on the way.
I feel like everyone's had that little bit of a moment.
Yeah.
And
It wasn't
you're
good.
just like, damn, look at me, fake.
Yeah, and I honestly, yeah, I was fake as fuck. I think yours would just be all the tweets that you've been shadow banned for.
Well, I'm no longer on
Oh,
Twitter slash X, so it's on
hitting the hobo
stories.
with your car.
Yeah, they would, you know what? They have so much to work with me, honestly.
Yeah,
They could call me a murderer. They could go extra woke with it and be like she hit an unhoused person and then like both
yeah,
the left and the right would come after me.
yeah.
Um I mean really really anything. I have gone past the point of radical feminism and I've just gone into full radicalism. So any like really anything. I get shadow banned like every fucking day to the point where now people are noticing it and talking to me about it. So like it
Yeah.
really any of it. I know that like um if I was to get like shot by ICE, my headline for Fox, they would just eat it the fuck up. They would, oh my God, they would have a field day.
Yeah, I think you would get painted in like the same guy who shot Charlie Kirk, but you would get painted in the mirror of that on the left of
They
like
would
they
say
went
I'm a
so far, she went violent.
they're like, she's a furry groiper.
Yeah, oh fuck.
She's a
Oh,
furry
my love of the
dude.
furries could be
They
taken.
take the picture of us at the furry con and they say like I'm
Yep.
a furry fucking groiper predator moderator.
You
Dude,
can you can get that tattooed on you. I'll never be ashamed.
dude, that shit's so funny.
Yeah.
Uh
Yeah, that one was too easy for you, running
yeah,
down the hobo for sure.
yeah. I think that would be the perfect one because they, depending on how they worded the article, both sides could come
Yeah,
after me. It would
yeah,
be really cool.
yeah.
Um, this is a fun one, knowing our scores on the RADS test.
Ooh.
What social script did you never really learn how to perform?
Um,
What can't you mask?
Fuck. This one's I'm trying to think of myself in social situations. I have a hard time masking if I'm having a good time.
I agree with that
Where I
wholeheartedly.
when I just don't when I don't have the battery power to participate, I can still be present, but I will be on my phone playing Pokemon Go. Like when
Hmm.
we're at concerts and stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm just like I don't care about this band. The music isn't speaking to me. I have a very hard time being present. Out comes the phone. I'm playing fucking Pokemon Go.
That's actually so true. That's actually so true and real. I've experienced it. I've seen it live.
Yeah, and I feel like it's shitty. It is a shitty thing to do, and I try super hard, but then there's just other days where I'm like, I'm keeping my head above water here.
Yeah, I get that. I feel
It
that.
definitely a bad habit though.
Oh, that's such a funny one to think about because really the social script is like you're around people, participate, especially in public.
Hmm.
Like even if you're having a bad time, you still have to like put on the show. And there are times when you're just like nah and you're playing Pokemon Go on your phone. That's
Yeah.
so funny. It's so true. Um, I never think of it as a bad thing. I just go, that's just what Chelsea does. I just want you to know that. But that's because
Thank you. That means a lot.
I
Because
don't read the performance of it all.
I think that's why I like sometimes feel like a bad friend because I'm like, I should be present. All of my friends are here, but I just can't.
Sometimes it's exhausting to be present. And I say that with like an asterisk because I don't say that in the sense of where like, fuck ass losers are like, you don't owe anyone anything. Actually, you do.
Yeah, it's
You owe
yeah.
everyone everything. Like I am a believer of that. I
Yeah.
fucking hate that shit. But I also think that like sometimes putting on the hostess hat is exhausting if you're barely making it through that day.
Yeah, and even just like not even a hostess, but being just like a guest. If there are other people who are carrying the social load where I feel like me extracting from it is fine, that's when I tap out. But if
Mhm.
I'm like really needed for a dynamic, I'll lock in.
Yeah. I get that. I retweet that for you. Um, I would say
I mean, you barked at those kids at the pool once and it scared the shit out of me.
I did. I think that's socially acceptable though.
It scared the shit out of me because I wasn't expecting it.
Uh, I agree with you that it's harder to mask up when you're tired or exhausted or just like not in the mood. I think that sometimes it feels good to like zone out and just, I don't know, maybe that's why people think I look mean and am mean because sometimes I just like low power mode on. And
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like there. And I know that for some people it could seem really jarring because in other moments I could be very like
Yeah.
boisterous and like loud and engaging. And then other times I'm almost like a wallflower, if you will.
Yeah.
And I know that people don't love that. And I know that it is like people can interpret that as like, oh, are you like upset at me or something? But it's totally not. It's just like sometimes I'm exhausted. Sometimes I don't know how to regulate my energy in a way that's productive and equal to all things and all aspects. I also, I have a hard time, how can I say this? Like managing, I get overwhelmed easily if I can't do things in the way that I need to. So like
Hmm.
specifically, nothing pisses me off more, and I know this is not cool. I know that people don't like this about me. I know that most people live their lives without this being a problem. If we have to do something on a weekday, so I like get off at 5 and then we have to do something by 6:30 or 7, I'm losing my fucking mind. I'm going crazy because I don't have time to like decompress for a second.
Yeah.
I don't have time to like do my makeup in the amount of time that makes me feel like locked in and relaxed with it, which makes it go by quicker, faster, easier, more perfect. Whereas like if I know I only have like 30 minutes to get ready, my shit's getting fucked up and I'm losing my grip on reality quicker and quicker every second to the point where like it's 15 minutes before I need to leave the house and I'm still just like not there and I freak out. I'm like, I out. Like
Yeah.
I just like
Yeah.
lose my whole shit. And it is very ridiculous and childish sometimes the way that it will just send me to it just sets me off. So I know
Yeah.
that's not cool. And I can't pretend that I can never pretend my way through that. I just am pissed.
Yeah. I see that less with you. I have seen it with like other things of people who also are on more of a rigid time scale and they don't go with the flow. Like I've seen you put in positions where it's like,
Hmm.
but I've also seen you go nonverbal. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, well, I can match that energy though, so it doesn't bother me because I'll just
And
fucking
that's
let
what
Pokemon go.
but that's what I love though. Like that's why I know that like you're a tried and true forever friend is because we could be hanging out and it's silent
Yeah.
and it's still good. You
Yep.
know what I mean? And that's what I
Best.
love.
It's best hangout of my life.
Yeah.
Just
There's like 17
silence.
things going on. There's music playing, the TV's on, but we're sitting on the couch sending each other TikToks in
Yep.
complete
Hmm.
silence. That's the flow state,
Yeah.
genuinely.
Yeah. That's like the namaste of yoga, I think.
I think so.
Hmm.
That's reaching the ultimate level of going crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
So, um, this is going to be a fun one for you. What do you secretly hope people don't notice about you?
Oh, like physically or
Anything.
I get annoyed. I don't like it when people outside of my circle ask me about any ticks. Like, why are you touching that door? Or when they try to like make when they try to like I don't know. So it's different because like obviously like Oliver, you like you're in my inner circle, you can like talk about it and it doesn't bother me. But if I'm like fucking out and somebody like questions me, that drives me nuts.
Has
Or
that
if some
happened before where you're like out and about, like at the store or something, getting something and someone sees you touch it and they're like, what was that? It's a and a
well,
stranger's asking that?
it bugs me when like people who know me ask in a way of like they act brand new, I guess is the way of saying it.
Do
Like,
you
you
do
know this
you
is a problem. Leave me alone about it.
do you tell them that because you do that they didn't die in a plane accident 2 years ago?
I should actually start telling
I
them.
think you should.
Becca, my sister. No, I'm just kidding.
I think you should.
Also, like a really a more vain aspect. I don't want people to notice my pooch in my swimsuit in the summer. So we'll go like altruistic and then like
Yeah, vain.
yeah.
I can get that. I really do think it would be super funny if you just start leading into the ticks and be like, "Well, I do it so that you can get home safe tonight," and then just really start freaking people out. I
Yeah,
think
I
that would be
should.
fun.
I
I
actually
think
should.
that's
Yeah,
fun.
you're so right.
I think I said that to someone recently when they were talking about OCD, and I was like, "Well, it's so your mom doesn't die." And they were like, "What?" And I was like, "That's what
Yeah.
you have OCD for."
I didn't do a tick 2 times. And look at my track record.
Yeah, bro.
Mom, sister.
As far as I'm concerned, the
That was
numbers
my
are
fault.
proving.
Actually, the thing that's sad about that is I do have a tick that thinks I caused Jess's death. Wasn't
Dude,
that fun? I think I
I
thought about it too much, and I think that because I was thinking about it and obsessing about it, it happened.
and that's why mental illness is so fun because it's
Hmm.
like it really does pull
Yeah.
a fast one on you.
Uh-huh.
I also think that's why OCD is definitely one of the funnest because every day that you do your like 7,000 ticks and nothing happened, you go, told you.
I still, you know what I mean? Fucking
That's what
prove
makes
I'm still
OCD
here.
so hard because
It's
like
self-fulfilling
it
prophecy.
really is. It's that's the only part that's awesome about it. It's like
Yeah.
the
You
difference between
don't know what I'm holding together for you
that's
right now.
that's what I'm saying. Like the difference between you in elementary school with your teacher making sure you swallow and the bitch with a manifestation board is just adjectives,
Pinterest,
honestly. Or
Pinterest being
Pinterest. Or Pinterest.
introduced. Yeah.
Pinterest. Oh my God, that's so fucking good. I love that. I knew yours was going to be so fun.
Oh, neat.
What do I hope people don't notice about me? I mean, vanity wise, that I have a terrible side profile.
Yeah, I
And yeah, that I can only be photographed from my right side, because I had the stroke on my left and I can
mhm.
see where things don't add up, the way they should. Um, and it wasn't a stroke, it was Bell's palsy. I'm just fucking with you guys. And
I held
then,
off the stroke for her because I tapped 5 times. That's what happened.
and thank
I didn't
God,
tap enough.
thank
She got
God.
nicked.
I know it just passed by me like the Matrix. I was going
Yep.
backwards.
Yep. Yep.
Uh, I would say, um, I I know that people notice it about me, and I've just gotten to the point where I don't care, but there definitely was a time where I did care because I, how can I say this? When I fall down the rabbit hole of talking about something that I'm into or something that I like, I can't stop myself sometimes. It just goes and goes and goes, and I have to like get it all out and I have to like say everything. And I know that most people around me are like, a bitch, I don't care. I don't want to know. Or like, that's weird. Why are you talking about it still? Um, and it did bother me so much so that I would like not really talk about shit or like bring shit up or participate as I wanted to in conversations because I never wanted to like, I don't know, go on a tangent, if you will. And I can like clock when people have the thought. I can like see it on their face when I'm like going off on
Oh,
something.
when
And
they
it,
like
yeah, yeah.
look away. Yeah.
And it makes me want to die. So, I prefer when everyone's locked in with me and not being like, damn bitch, shut up.
I I think I do that in like a capacity of where the second someone like shows any sort of disinterest or what I perceive disinterest, that I'm like, oh, never mind. I'm like, nope.
And I wish I had that ability to stop.
But I don't think that's that good. I don't think that's good either because if I'm talking to Oliver and then he picks up his phone to text and I go,
Yeah,
never mind.
you would never have a thought come out.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he's texting Ty all fucking day, man.
That's so true.
So,
Well, and
but I'll say this: if you're too much, then they can go find less.
that's what, you know what, and that's what I say all the time. So I've gotten over it.
Hmm.
Um, what's the version of yourself you're trying not to become?
Huh. I'm trying to become a less people pleasy person.
Hmm.
I am trying to be recently I've had a lot of frustration of where I sincerely feel like I have Mercury in retrograde in my fucking brain because I cannot hold on to a single thought.
Hmm.
And I'm like, did I get long COVID all of a sudden? And I was just recently sick, so I'm trying to tell myself like your body's still bouncing back.
It probably is that, genuinely,
But
though.
I just cannot lock the fuck in, and I hate that.
Hmm.
But I think like being less people pleasy, but I still know I have a fucking fear of it because like I'm not moving any different. Like, if what happens when someone tries out for the all-star team for roller derby and they're not good, and I'm like, what a play. It's stuff
Yeah.
like that. I like can't. I don't like to disappoint people, but sometimes you have to disappoint people as you exist fundamentally as a person.
Yeah. It's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
It,
I would also like to be less stressed out about my dogs all the time, but I don't think that I don't. I
yeah, I
don't.
don't think that's gonna happen for you. I don't think there's a version of you that's not stressed, but I think that every day you should try to fight not to be it.
Yeah.
I think it's a worthy fight to take
I've been
arms
doing
in.
yoga
Has that been helping?
now.
Right. I
I
don't
feel
think.
more limber. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Whoa, that's a
What?
loose hamstring.
What? That's a nose on a knee for
That's
those because this is
incredible.
this is a visual platform,
Wow.
but that was my nose on my knee,
Oh,
straight legged.
I'm gonna have to lock the fuck back into yoga because
Yeah.
that was genuinely
hmm
impressive.
hmm
Damn.
what about you?
Damn. Nothing cool like that. The version of yourself you're trying not to become lazy. I love doing nothing. I really
Yeah.
do. There was a time, I think because I was go, 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 go for so long, and when I have to be, I am. So when I get to indulge in the luxurious sin that is laziness and just bed rotting, doom scrolling, just being reclusive, it feels so fucking good. And I know that I could so easily lean into it and just like and just like lose the ability to participate almost because I love the way being a little raw feels.
Yeah. That's a super dangerous slope too. Because it is really like, especially with like the nature of our work, it's constant. I feel like we never really get to solve anything. It's
Hmm.
always just kicking down the can down the road and putting like band-aids on a sinking ship. I don't want to say sinking ship, because that's not what I think. But you know what I mean? It's like always just kicking the can down the road. Like I
Yeah,
feel like I never solve anything. I just find bigger problems.
I feel that in a big way.
So when I get off of work or when I'm free, I often just want to sit and I want to play games on my phone and
Hmm.
I don't want to go out and do anything. I don't want to be present. And it feels like a
Yeah,
chore
it
to
does.
do
Yeah.
literally anything.
Yeah. Oh, trust me. I have fallen off so hard on my like health journey, fitness journey, walk. Like I used to do 10,000 plus steps a day. Now barely three. And it's like my body aches at the thought. So I know I need to snap the fuck out.
Yeah, and it's hard because I'm doing like a soft 35, which is like read every day, no alcohol, exercise,
Hmm.
super simple. And I fucking hate it, dude. But it's like that's minimal effort. Do
I know.
2 20-minute workouts a day. I
Yeah.
can take my dogs for a walk, not today because it's cold, but like that's minimal. And the thought of it makes me want to just fucking throw in the towel.
Yeah.
Mild inconvenience. I feel you there. It's really hard.
Yeah. it's so good to
It
just be lazy.
it would be easier. For you, I feel like you're more in danger just like living on your own
Hmm.
because like no one's presently bullying you.
Yeah. 1,000%. Besides my dogs. But
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it's so man, I get so close. What do you believe that you're tired of defending?
Oh, that like people are people and that what's going on in the United States is inherently terrible and that we shouldn't have any tolerance for Trump, period, point blank. And that I think that eradicating regimes,
Hmm.
like I wish that we could have like a violent political revolution like France.
Yeah, me too.
And I get tired of defending. basic human rights to people who also believe in it, basic human rights, but if you don't use the right vocabulary, they won't agree with you.
Yeah.
I fucking am so sick of that.
Yeah. I couldn't have said it better myself. Um, I hard retweet to that. Um, I, adjacent to it that I would expand on is that the belief that American capitalism is functioning exactly the way it was intended to, and that everything in your life is hard and unobtainable because it's working the way it was designed to, and the people who it was always made to make money are making money, and you're going to continue to get poorer and struggle and be more miserable. That was the way it was built. That's the way it's been working, and that's why it's working now. Nothing is actually broken about it. It's functioning exactly how it was intended to be. And so in the same vein, I feel crazy explaining that to people who are living in abject poverty, who like refuse. They're just like, if I just work harder, it's like you have 5 jobs.
Yeah, it's like why is it that like you working harder has not given any benefit other than yeah, we should all want to work hard, but the nature of work, that aspect needs to change. I want to work hard, or I want to work hard at having time for my community. I want to work hard at spending time with my family. I don't want to work hard busting my ass so a corporation can make billions.
Yeah,
That concept of work doesn't make sense.
yeah, or that like um you how can I say this? That like the value of work, and is another thing I'm tired of defending, that like I think all work has value. I think that the drive-through employee at the McDonald's and like the manager of some office space and the founder of a company all have the same responsibility and respect level and value to society as a whole. And I think that that's the ultimate reason why everyone should be paid a livable wage.
Hmm.
Is because like, I mean, it's so funny we got to experience it during fucking COVID when when we were in lockdown and like no one was getting groceries anymore and they were relying on fast food workers to eat every day. Fast food workers became like frontline
Yeah,
defenders, and
yeah.
they're getting paid $5. Like, come on. Society can't function without them. And I'm tired of like defending that like a minimum wage means livable wage.
I hate
Like,
that so much too. Like that should be the bare minimum standard for having a house and
mm-hmm.
food
Yep,
and access to
yep,
transportation.
yep. You should, whatever job you do, whether you're taking the trash out, working at Taco Bell, a teacher, a surgeon, obviously it can like go up in levels depending on like skill level education. Like in skills and like practiced specific genre, if you will. But everyone, the base should be you can afford a house, not rent, a mortgage.
Hmm.
You can afford a car payment. You can afford your health care. You can afford to eat like sustenance,
Vegetables.
food of
Yeah,
sustenance.
yeah.
And not a food desert where you're like getting your meals from 7-Eleven because the closest grocery store is 10 miles away. Like
Hmm.
that is what I mean by bare minimum.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree.
So, what's the pettiest thing you've ever felt deeply justified about?
Ooh, I have done some petty things. Hmm. Hmm. Some of these I'm scared to say.
That's fine. What are they gonna do?
I'm trying to think. You go first. You go first. I want to hear your pettiness, and then I want to see if that. Okay, well,
Yeah,
so
go.
I'll just go with a recent pettiness thing. There
Hmm.
may have been a time where I was frustrated at my beautiful, lovely husband.
Hmm.
So when I got in the car and it happened to automatically link to the Bluetooth for the book he was listening to, I maybe skipped a chapter.
So funny. That is so
I
funny. That is petty and that is harmless in a way, but also beautifully petty.
I feel so bad about it because like in the moment where I'm like fucking heated and like Oliver and I don't say mean things to each other in arguments. Like our arguments are very respectful. So it'll be like,
Hmm.
well, if you were listening to what my intention was,
Hmm.
perhaps you would understand that what I meant. And then that's just like usually it. And it's very much of a respectful place. And sometimes that's not enough, Noel.
Yeah. And I
So,
get that.
um, yeah, that's a recent petty thing I've done.
I feel I feel that. I'm gonna reach back into the archives
Hmm.
past the point. I'm going to give you a high school archive.
Oh, I actually have another one I just thought of.
My friend in high school, Alyssa, was dating this basketball player from a different high school called Oak Ridge. We went to Ponderosa, and his name was Colin. And
Okay.
he was like being a fuck ass loser to her. And like, typical high school shit, like ignoring her, probably hanging out with some other girl. So I made brownies with the chocolate X-Lax and put them on his porch and
Mm,
signed it from the girl I knew he was talking to right before a game.
that's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
really good one. Did
Yeah.
he miss the game?
I never followed up to see how bad it affected him, but I know that it affected him. I know that because like people were talking about it. But I
I
didn't
love that.
but like I didn't want to know if he like went to the hospital or anything because like
Yeah, yeah,
my
yeah.
mom like helped me. She like drove me to the store. So like I didn't want her to feel guilty, even though no, I don't think she would have. But I never knowing that I did it and it worked was enough for me. I didn't have to know how much damage it did do.
That's a yeah. So in a similar note of high school, going back to the archives, I was in I was in a teacher's classroom and the teacher wasn't there. And they had their admin things still open. And when you have like the admin open, you can change student passwords. So I went in and I changed all of the passwords of the people I didn't like to like Tony is a stupid butthead.
That's
And then I
good.
saved it, but that way they couldn't get into their student accounts.
That's so good. I like that.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
I'm going to give you one more archive one and it's dark.
Okay. Wait, I have an archive one that's not as dark. It's
Okay,
should I
say
say that
that.
first?
Say that first.
Um, when I was in elementary school, my best friend Corey, he and I were like two little peas in a pod. His mom one day, like I think just single mom had at the end of her fucking rope. She didn't have any clean underwear for him, so she just put him in his sister's underwear. We
Oh,
were in like second or third grade, right?
mm-hmm.
We're playing on the monkey bars. Someone sees his underwear, and then they start this campaign against Corey for wearing girls' underwear. And one of the girls in the class had a club, and it was called the Friendship Club. And she said Corey couldn't be in it. So I went home and I told my mom that I wanted to start a better club. So she took me to the dollar store. Mom's also complicit in pettiness and bought me
Mm-hmm.
a whole bunch of just badass paper shit that like second graders would love. So I
Yeah.
started the paper club and I invited everyone but her.
That's righteous.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
righteous good. That's
Righteous
powerful.
justice.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. At such a young age to be
I,
so
yeah,
informed.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That's good.
Well, he just was like, and also like I wore shit that was my sister's all the time. So to me, it wasn't weird. And the concept of gender when you're in second grade, I feel like you're still grasping it. Like, of course, you would wear your
Yeah.
sister's underwear. I
Yeah,
wore
of
my sister's
course.
underwear.
Yeah, you should go in her closet and take her clothes too. Who
Yeah.
cares? Yeah.
Right. Like,
Uh,
so,
you were ahead of the times, Chelsea.
yep. Vindictive and mean. I told you I used to be a lot
For
meaner and I
good,
didn't feel
though.
bad
For
about it.
good.
That's what I'm saying is like I think if I could be mean for good now, I still probably wouldn't do it. I think I'm weak in my old age. The
I
osteoporosis caused
yeah.
holes in my bones.
Yeah, the arthritis made me weak because
Yeah.
I used to be a bit of a bitch in a cool way though.
Yeah, I was a baddie.
Here's my dark petty one.
Yeah, let's hear
Should I say real names?
it. I've said real names all night.
Fuck it. When I was in middle school, um, Instant Messenger, Instant Messenger, America Online to the Zoomers was big, right?
Yep. I still have
And
my AOL email, my AOL screen
there was
name.
no fucking verification process. You just made a
Oh,
username and a password. That was it,
I talk
right?
to adults and I send them pictures of people off the internet.
Glad you said that because there was this girl, damn, I'll use her real name. Who fucking cares? She's fine. I was dating this guy named Lendl, and he was a football player. I was a cheerleader. Classic shit, right? But he
Yeah.
was not like an online guy, right? MySpace was for older kids, and we were like barely there, but I was obviously tapped in. I was tapped
Yeah.
into culture using a
Yep.
friend's family computer to make my MySpace page.
Yep.
So he did not have AOL, but this girl who was obsessed with him named Raquel did. And I knew that she was like trying to fucking jock my shit, I guess.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? You know what I'm gonna fucking do? So she knows that like I see all, I am the all-knowing eye. I am fucking Sauron. I made an AOL instant messenger account as him and made it like something so like his name and his like jersey number, like something,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And
But so fucking astute is like a teenage boy would do that.
yes. Like just so and immediately. This bitch, I'm barely adding like friends to it to make it because I knew you had to make it look legit, right?
Yeah.
She, hey, hey, right? So
Trying to slip in.
me and my friend Jazz, love Jazz. There's she's listening right now. Um, we're fucking catfishing her in a way as him, and we got
You're not catfishing her in a way. You're just straight catfishing her, but for good.
but we didn't have pictures, so it's in a way.
Yeah, for a righteous, indignant juvenile justice. Yeah.
And so we had it like as in like a cool, well, like let's meet here. Like let's meet at Town Center at this time to go see a movie. And when she showed up, guess who was there?
Did
Me
you
and
beat her up?
Jazz. I didn't beat her up. She
I think I
ran.
remember. She runs into a Target or something, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
It was us. And I know that catfishing is not cool. Felt like a moral failure.
We've had no redeeming stories come out of this.
But I was like, and that's what you get, bitch. So that was that.
What did Wendell think when he heard about it?
He never knew, dude. No one ever told him because who would tell him? Her?
Yeah,
No.
that's true. That's outing yourself if she would have said something.
Exactly. So I stayed on top. I stayed on top.
Snow lands on top. Yep.
Sometimes you're
That's a
fucking
good-
crazy and it's cool. So anyway. Uh, what's your most embarrassing hill you'd still die on?
Oh man. I don't really get embarrassed about the hills I'll die on because I'll die on the hill that furries are awesome.
Sure, yeah.
I'll die on the hill that prequels are good.
Yep.
I might be willing to die on the hill that a ghost grabbed my leggings and it wasn't them just getting stuck on the bed.
Okay. You want to die on that hill?
I don't have any other hill to die on. I think a ghost grabbed my leggings, and I think you're a hater because you want a ghost to grab your pants so damn bad and that it kills you that it happened to me.
I mean, that is true. That is true. That is completely true.
An embarrassing hill to die on. I really don't think I have.
What are your thoughts on Antarctica?
I'm not embarrassed about that though. I think
But that would be objectively embarrassing to other people. What do you truly
I'm sorry
believe?
that Hollywood has hidden the fact that Antarctica is the entrance to the center of the earth in plain fucking sight. People want to sit there and get on Kendrick's Kubrick's dick. I almost said Kendrick Lamar.
Oh my
On
God.
Kubrick's dick with all this stuff that he had in plain sight about the Hollywood elite, but then we're gonna just sit there and pretend that their Antarctica isn't hiding like the entrance to the center of the earth and the fucking Nordic aliens that gave the Nazis like their inspiration for the Aryan nation. Fuck you, man. That's not embarrassing. I say that every day. Just a normal Thursday for me.
And you know what? Maybe some people would think that was embarrassing.
Well, they're not. They're definitely not here right now.
Um, I mean, again, it's not embarrassing to me, but I think it could be to the mass majority. Aliens are in our government and they have been, and they have basically been the reason why we have every sort of
Dude,
technological advance known to man.
reptilians. Reptilians.
They don't even have to be reptilians for me. They could just be Valiant Thor. They could just be humanoid-ish aliens, but like aliens are the reason why we have like
Oh
stealth
yeah.
technology. They're the reason why we like got into nuclear physics. It's just like, duh.
Yeah, that's the thing that's hard about doing this kind of podcast is I I've never said that I believe in something that I don't authentically believe in. And then I feel like we've done enough of like the where there's smoke, there's fire type stuff. And I know that's super dangerous. We literally talk to college students about not doing that.
I know.
But the technology jump after like Roswell and shit, yeah,
Yeah.
we got alien
Yeah.
stuff. Like we got aliens in the government.
Yeah, and I really believe that. I really do. I don't I 100% believe it, and I know that some people think that that's being joking and funny, but I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. So, glad we're on the same page for
Yeah,
that.
it's embarrassing if you don't believe it, actually.
If hell is repetition, what moment of your life would you be trapped reliving?
Oh, man. This one's hard because the shit I make up in my own head is way worse than any like shit that I've been through. But I think if I had to pick a real scenario, I think that it was like how do I even put this? So it was right after my mom died,
Hmm.
and my boyfriend at the time, Nick, was being so fucking mean to me. And then I had that OBGYN appointment where they got my results mixed up.
Will you just clarify what that mix-up was so people understand the
Yeah,
gravity?
yeah, yeah. So I just go to a regular pap smear, which is what you do as an adult woman.
Hmm.
And they do the pap smear. I go home. They're like, "What are you coming in for today?" And I was like, "I'm just coming in because you have to do pap smears. You don't need a reason. You just go do them, right?"
Yeah.
Well, then they call me later and then they say that my pap smear was abnormal. And so they tell me to come in and get this like medicine and I have to get a biopsy. And when they do a biopsy on you, they did an external and internal biopsy. So they went inside and went slice, and then they just took pliers of the skin on my vagina and let and sliced it. And I'm in the stirrups, bleeding down my into my butthole. And then they come in and they're like, okay. And I was like, well, what do I do about all the blood and stuff? And they're like, you can like put on a pad. And I'm like, I don't have a pad.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're all like fucking mean about it and stuff. So I do that. And then they give me this like other stuff. And they're like, here's medicine. This will help with like your abnormal pap smear. And I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, well, that's what the biopsy's for. The stuff that they gave me, it was just like basically a lotion that you had to slather all over yourself. And it was making my skin like burn off. It like fucking was awful. My boyfriend was being so fucking mean about it and was like, you're just really moody ever since your mom died. And I'm like, I'm also burning off my labia right now too with this cream that they given me.
Yeah.
So I go in and then they were really rude about it too. I was like, I just don't like any of this. We're like, well, that's what you get for sleeping around. Like they literally said
They were
like
slut shaming you.
that yeah, I got slut shamed and I was just so confused. And I was like, oh, okay. So I didn't tell anyone about it because I was embarrassed because I
Hmm.
was like, yeah, because I guess like this is what happens when you like you were mean to your mom right before she died, so this is like your penance. So I was just like taking it on the chin. And then I get a call from a bill collector, and the bill collector is telling me that like I owe money for my hepatitis pregnancy test. And I go, I don't have hepatitis and I'm not pregnant. What are you talking about? And he goes, you've been billed and you haven't paid for your hepatitis pregnancy test. And I was like, my brother in Christ, what the fuck are you talking about? He starts reading off all my medical shit and I'm like, yeah. And then he goes, if you're not pregnant, then I would call them and see what's going on. So I call them up and then they are like, okay,
Not the ethical debt collector,
yeah.
by the way.
So the debt collector is like, that's crazy. He's like, if you what you are telling me is true, that you've been fucking scammed or something. So I'm like, I was like, I'm not even I'm agreeing with you that you have my information, but what I am disagreeing about is I've never had a pregnancy test for hepatitis, like a hepatitis baby during pregnancy. So I called the OBGYN back and I'm like, just got a call from a debt collector, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, read us your number. And they go, okay, Rosa. And I'm like, who's Rosa? Who the fuck is Rosa? And in this like cosmic weirdness, I had mail from them. And as I'm on the phone with them, I open up my mail from the OBGYN that says my pap smear came back normal. So they had gotten me fucking mixed up with some pregnant woman who has hepatitis.
Some woman named Rosa having the worst day of her life.
She's not getting fucking treated, dude, but I'm going through the ringer on all this stuff. So they had to clear it up with the debt collector and everything. And then I'm trying to like tell my boyfriend at the time all this shit that's going on. And we're on our way to his house, but he goes, I'm going to stop at this party real quick. And I couldn't go inside because they had cats there and I'm super allergic. So he left me out in his truck in the middle of winter and it was so fucking cold. I was like freezing. And he was inside for like over an hour and then he came out and dumped me. So I think I would want to live through that again.
And you know what? That is your hell. That would be your hell. That is hell.
Yeah,
and just so you guys know, I have pressed Chelsea about like she should have sued that hospital, but she was not in the place mentally to do that. And so we just have to accept that.
Yeah.
We just have to take it on the chin and move on.
Yep. So I think that just really compressed time.
What's funny is that around that same time, I was also going through my hell.
Trauma bonded.
Funny how that happened.
Yeah.
Where
I inhaled your ex-husband's the ashes of his underwear that we burned. I accidentally inhaled it. So
that is true. We did do that. We did burn everything.
I watched Noelle burn her marriage certificate. And we were both so young and dumb that we didn't know that we would need that for legal
divorce.
We're like, burn it, bitch. Yeah.
So, dude.
And then that really came back.
That was a fun one. That was a wah, wah.
Yeah.
So, I actually think it was like within a year. Within a year, I kicked my husband out because I knew that from my child bride marriage. I found out he was cheating on me basically the whole time, had a whole other like life and relationship, kicked him out, burned all his shit, started seeing someone else. They were crazy.
Oh man. Yeah. These were our dark times.
They were fucking crazy. Got into a auto pedestrian accident, dressed as the Joker and Harley Quinn, but not just the regular versions, like the punk versions, which was crazy and cringe.
Yeah, yeah.
Dressed as that. Was so stressed about that because I was being like harassed by cops every day that I gave myself Bell's palsy and had a sagging left side of my face.
Yeah.
Thought it was a stroke, went to the ER as a stroke. And they didn't tell me for days that it wasn't a stroke, which is so awesome and really great for your mental health. And then Jeff killed himself. So that all happened within the year. And all through that, I was also like struggling to survive. So I would definitely say that year as well would be my repetition.
2014.
Yeah.
It was a rough one.
Yeah. But look at us now.
Look at us now.
Oh my
I
God.
don't go to the OBGYN anymore, that's for sure.
That's crazy. Don't say that.
I
Don't
know.
say
Whoops.
fucking that. Jesus. We'll wrap it up with a lighter one, I guess.
Yeah. What could be hopefully something is lighter than what would your hell be?
I
Which is
mean,
just an actual experience we both lived through
I
at the
know,
same
which is
time.
which
My
is
God.
just reality happening.
Yeah.
Hmm. What's a cultural moment that broke something in you permanently?
Ooh, this one's gonna be weird when Naya Rivera of Glee fame died.
Oh, when she drowned?
That fucked me up so bad
Is it because it was
that
like a weird death and it was like hard to understand?
it was just so weird and how like casual it was that she just couldn't get back on the boat, but she was had her hands on it. And because we paddleboard all the fucking time,
Mm-hmm.
now I wear at least that little aerobics belt when I'm out because like that one fucked with me bad.
Yeah,
I don't know why that one got me. There's been plenty of people who have drowned in Hollywood, but
yeah, I know, I agree with you. That one was weird. It was hard to
yeah.
conceptualize. I would say 9/11. I think that I'm like
Yeah, no.
I just like you've been silent laughing this whole time. It's just pure silence. Pure silence.
Oh my God, I feel like I just did a workout. My stomach hurts so bad.
Oh my fucking God. So, uh,
Oh my God. Oh,
oh,
9/11 broke me. Oh, oh.
no one wants to talk about 9/11.
No, I'm talking about 9/11.
Oh my God. And it's
Okay. Oh,
uh
okay. I'm sorry. That was really disrespectful. I'm sorry.
good. And you know what that is? It's us never forgetting. So
Yeah.
I literally my stomach
Oh,
hurts so bad
I
right
know.
now. I'm sweating.
Oh,
Whew. And
oh.
it's not even okay, Apollo, chill out. It's not even like and it's not even like, oh, we watched people die on TV. That
Yeah.
probably had something to do with it. And the reason why like
Yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite movies were like Hostel and Saw, but
Oh,
every because of 9/11, we got My Chemical Romance, and
yeah.
then because of My Chemical Romance, we got Twilight,
Yeah.
and then
Yep.
and then we got like extreme gore horror, and all of those things
Yeah.
actually are my composition. So
Oh man, that's so beautiful. What if 2014 was our own personal
9/11, I
9/11?
think it was. I think I referred to it as that.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Yeah, you're
God.
so right. You are right. You hit the nail right on the head with that one.
Yeah, you weren't
I was like,
culturally affected by 9/11.
think about it. Naya Rivera like a beacon out of the sky, making me want to wear a life jacket while I paddleboard in my recreational activities. 9/11. Woo!
Oh my God. So, and then Robert
Oh,
Pattinson, Remember Me, 9/11. You know what I
yep.
mean? It never
Yeah.
ends. So, but I would say that. Um, I mean, I think that I was gonna end on a fun one, but I think that's
Oh,
like
what's more
really
fun than
it.
9/11? Oh,
That's really it. This one's for we'll end on this. Okay, we'll end
Okay,
on this.
okay,
It'll wrap it up.
okay,
Um, this
okay.
is for everyone and us.
Uh-huh.
What does resistance look like when you're exhausted?
I want to be cheesy, just be like self-care.
That's fine. You can say that if you feel
I
that.
resistance when you're exhausted, just resistance to what's going on in the
Mm-hmm.
I think just obstinance, honestly. Like I could be exhausted today, but I could always just be obstinate in my view. So you know that Captain America quote that like just basically ends with like no you move.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I mean by obstinate is I can just be fucking unyielding. And I think that it was like that time when we went to the Trump protest and or was it maybe it was Black Lives Matter, but they were like get all the white girls to the front because we were least likely to be brutalized by the police.
Because they brought in the riot squad.
Yeah, I think that kind of obstinance, like I can be super tired, but at least I can be like a body in the
Yeah.
way of police brutality and like emotionally or physically present. But I think
Hmm.
just not I just not being an echo chamber where people can feel comfortable enough to say their bullshit in front of me because they know it's just going to get shut down. I think that would be mine.
I think that's good. And I think self-care even too. I
Yeah.
think that practicing the discipline of not allowing apathy. I think that it feels good to commiserate in your misery, especially with how things have been lately. And there is like a bit of solace in that, but I think that that's the Achilles heel.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
If you get overwhelmed and you get exhausted and you get emotionally drained, as is the whole intention and point of oppression, it's to keep you subservient and exhausted. And I think that there is a discipline in the sense of like how people are disciplined in their sobriety or in their dietary restrictions or in their like sacred practices or in their meditations. It's a discipline because everything around you 365 is fighting against what you're doing, but you have to have the self-discipline to always persevere and not fall into apathetic thoughts because that's exactly what they want. And it's so much easier said than done, but I genuinely think resisting against oppression and fighting emotional fatigue is like a form of meditation because you have to surround your inner core, your inner light with your ideology and with hope and with community and with strength and know that there is absolutely nothing that can dim that light, literally nothing. And even the thought that it could be dimmed is propaganda trying to weigh you down. And when you practice the discipline of keeping that light surrounded by hope and resistance, um, you'll never you'll never get to that point where it's like unmanageable
Hmm.
exhaustion, unmanageable defeat. You'll never get there because you'll always know that like that fire is within you and it can never be put out. So
I think that's a much better way of what you just said of what I think I was going for. Like, don't be apathetic. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, you can
yeah,
be exhausted, but like be the stopping point for
hmm
nonsense.
yeah,
At least within your inner circle.
yeah.
You said that way better than me. I'm still hung up on laughing about 9/11 and all the bad karma that's gonna reap.
And
So
you know what? And you've got to fight against that too. But I
you're
think
right.
that like I even see like leftists talking about like emotional exhaustion and how like they don't have the energy to like explain things to people anymore and whatever. And like I agree, sure, sure, sure. But I agree with an asterisk because I think that emotional exhaustion and like mental fatigue and whatever is the is the opposition winning. And I think that like if you're able to practice a discipline, if you're able to discipline yourself in something else, if you have a discipline of your religion, of your meditation, of your sobriety, of your exercise routines, whatever your discipline is that you do, even when it's hard, even when it's not fun, even when it makes your life genuinely harder to do it, but you still do it because you have that discipline. If you practice that discipline, you'll never be emotionally exhausted by resisting oppression because it's just that it's just practicing an ability. So,
Yeah, and for me, I like to pick things that I'll never I it's not picking my battles, but it's like, okay, like if someone's gonna shit talk about Biden, I don't give a fuck. I have
mhm,
no need to defend that man. But
mhm.
if see people come for trans folks, that's when I'm like, oh nope, not here, not here. And it's always I think that's like one thing that does keep me going is like, man, I might be worn the fuck out about Venezuela today, but there's still some things that I'm never gonna like, I don't know how I'm explaining that well. It's not like an apathy, but it's just like practicing educating yourself so that you are a hard stop.
Yeah.
And if that has to be only picking one or two things,
Well, I think that's the art
a
of war, right?
capacity,
That's the art
yeah,
of war is knowing when to pick your battles.
we should do an art of war poll right now.
Yeah, do an art of war poll.
We're
That's a
doing an
great way
art of
to
war
end
poll.
this.
This is an angel deck that Noelle and I picked up when we were at Idaho Comic Con. Uh, just tell me when to stop and whatever card's on top.
Okay. Now,
Okay. Hmm. We cannot enter into alliances until we are acquainted with the designs of our neighbors. So, this is the chances are that you surround yourself with like minded people and everything works out. But sometimes friends become distanced from us, as do our workmates and other acquaintances. Without knowing their designs, can you decide if they're a friend or foe? Remember, friends are not always allies, and allies are not always friends.
wow. Wow, that's a good
That is a good one. Oh,
one.
the next one on top. What enables the wise sovereign and the good general to strike and conquer and achieve things beyond the reach of ordinary men is foreknowledge. So, foreknowledge is an awareness of something before it happens. Such knowledge is very important because it gives us the peace of mind of knowing the world will not end tomorrow. It is how civilizations went from the horse and cart to the jet airliner in 100 years. Foreknowledge is how we use the promise of tomorrow to change and continue what we do to today. I feel like that one also being the
Yeah,
next one on top.
relevant, very relevant.
Who
Well,
thought the art
perfect.
of war?
I knew. So, and that was my foreknowledge. Anyway, thanks for playing a little bit of 21 questions with me. If you're listening, I hope that you play along too. Um,
Yeah, I'm
I
curious what other people's stuff is.
Yeah, feel free to join the Discord and type it in there. You can find that through our link tree, which is in all of our bios. We are at Go to Hell Podcast. I'm at Noelle Fain. That is at Sithlard. And in that link tree, you can find the Discord server. Jump in there, tell us your deepest, darkest secrets. And you can also find a link to our Patreon. Dollar gets you in. Big, big NDA warning. Um, You can also find a link to our merch. 100% of it proceeds are donated. Um, in that merch, you'll find designs by Kelly Holloran or at Wildwood Owl on Etsy. She makes cool shit for us and she makes cool shit in general, so go check her out. We have a link to mutual aid resources, and it is for the United States. You can find mutual aid and community aid within your areas there. And then I don't know why you'd need it, but we have it, which is a link to listen to us, which is anywhere podcasts are heard. Oh, and then a link to YouTube where you could talk shit in the comment section. Yeah.
Yeah, do it, coward.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give a massive hail to all of the community members in Minneapolis who have shown up and shown out over the last 48 hours, following such a horrific tragedy as a cold-blooded murder in the streets. I think that what happened last night and how they pushed ICE out of the city is the greatest example of what a community coming together looks like, and the vigils that they held for Renee and the indigenous people who came out and sang for her. And it was one of the, it was, if you need a reminder as to like why it's all worth it, I would watch that. I would watch some of the impromptu vigil that happened last night for Renee Good. It's a reminder that we are actually the majority. So
Hmm.
I'll give a hail to that.
I'm gonna say hail Gerard Way. Thank you for taking tragedy and turning it into sweet, sweet music.
And you know what? Shout out to 9/11. Okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
Bye.
Bye.